Hi guys, this is Miss Whitehurst and we are ready to jump into week 4 of online learning. So what we're going to talk about in this video are the school closures, your weekly attendance question, the tasks for this week. I'm going to give you some instructions for your summative, and then Google Meet. By now you've probably heard that schools are going to stay closed through the end of the school year. We are going to continue learning online through the end of May. Now, I know teachers are supposed to be lame and not supposed to know about these things, and I fully acknowledge that I am lame and awkward, as you all know, but if I am being completely honest with you, I have been singing this song in my house, and my husband is probably so annoyed with me by now. But just to let you know that we are also in the house board, and we would much rather be at school with you. That goes for all of your teachers. I've been talking to several. We miss you. We'd rather be in school. We feel guilty and sad that you guys are going to be missing out on a lot of the end of the year activities. And in a more perfect world, in a better world, we would be back and having more time to spend with you and have proper goodbyes. Attendance for this week. Please remember to complete your attendance weekly on Mondays in Google Classroom. You need to respond to this prompt in the comments section on the attendance question. So for this week, I think we all need a good laugh. We're getting a little low motivation. So I want you to take the title of a movie and replace one word with toilet paper. So that's what you're going to comment in the attendance comments. Take the title of a movie, replace one of the words with toilet paper. I am ready to see what you crazy kiddos come up with to make me laugh. This week, once you complete your attendance question and watch this video, then you're going to jump into planning. You have a project this week. This week is a little different. You don't have a text. All you have is a summative assessment. So you are going to be taking the 3 Greek myths that you have read so far. So that would be how troubles came into the world, Orpheus and Eurydice, and Daedalus and Icarus. So those 3 myths, you're going to choose one of them to focus on for your summative assessment. I am going to go over that information in detail with you in this video. So for your summative assessment, you are going to be retelling or rewriting one of those myths. Greek mythology retelling is a huge genre of literature. So Greek myths have very common themes that pop up in almost anything that you read or watch on TV. Some popular Greek myth retellings, you have the very popular play Hadestown. This is a musical, and that is based on the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. You also have the Percy Jackson series that's based on the tales of Greek mythology. There's several other books. This girl, I think she's a YouTuber, holding up Circe and 1,000 Ships. Those are very popular retellings of Greek myths. And then in the bottom corner there you have Disney's version of Hercules, which, sorry to crush your hopes and dreams, is not the for real, actual Greek myth of Hercules. For your summative assessment, our standard that we're focused on is how does an author develop and contrast point of view of different characters or narrators in a text. Your learning targets that we've been focused on are analyze how point of view influences the way the story is told and how the author develops the narrator. Analyze how the author develops and contrasts different characters or narrators in a text. So our standard and targets are going to be a little different for this project because you are now the author, right? If you are retelling a Greek myth or rewriting a Greek myth, you are the author. So what you need to focus on in the standard and target is how you are shaping that point of view in your text, in your rewrite, and how you are developing the narrator of your story, and how you are contrasting your main character with other characters in the text. So your task. I know you may be confused right now. This is where we're going to go step by step and make you feel really comfortable with this summative project. Your task is to rewrite one of the Greek myths that we have read over the past 3 weeks. So that's either going to be how troubles came into the world. That's the story of Pandora's box. You may choose to do Orpheus and Eurydice, or you may choose Daedalus and Icarus. You're choosing one of those, not all three. You must bring this Greek myth into the modern world of today. Now, when I say today, that doesn't have to be coronavirus today. It just means the modern world, this century, what we have in our world around us. If you want to go coronavirus with this and you want to make it a little humorous, I'm okay with that. However, make sure you follow the requirements. Keep the characters and the overall story arc, themes, plot. Okay? So that means that you need to keep the general theme. You need to keep the general plot, but you can make changes to the point of view, the narrator, the setting, the dialogue, the events, etc. When someone reads or watches your retelling, they should be able to find the commonalities, the similarities between your version and the original, right? That means they should be able to tell that your rewrite is based on that original Greek myth. However, your new version should add a more relevant dimension and may even be more relatable to our world today. You must also include a justification of your ideas and choices. Now let me go over this a little bit more. Format. You have a choice of how you want to rewrite your Greek myth, the one that you choose. You could film a video of an interview or conversation between characters, right? Maybe you want it to be an interview like a talk show. Maybe you want it to be a conversation like reality TV. But you can film a video of that and upload it as your summative. You could write a series of text messages or letters between your characters and present this in a unique way when you upload the file. What I mean by that is if you're choosing this option of this series of text messages or letters, remember that it does need to be substantial. That means that you need to have quite a few messages and quite a few actual words, and you need to present it in a unique way. Maybe you actually text someone back and forth and you upload those screenshots, right? Maybe you put those screenshots in the form of a PowerPoint and then upload that as your assignment. Maybe you put it on a poster paper and then upload a picture of the poster paper. Another option you could choose to do is to create an extended comic strip with 10 or more boxes with dialogue. So some of you seem to like the storyboard website, others maybe not so much. But if you like that storyboard website or you enjoy creating comic strips and drawing, this is an option you could choose. Or you could rewrite a series of scenes and perform it on video. Now, when I say rewrite a series of scenes, perform it on video, you could make one of these Greek characters into a YouTuber or a TikTok star. As long as you keep the original plot, right? If we go back here and you see this, make sure you're following these requirements. Keep the overall story arc, the theme, the plot, but you can change the point of view, narrator, setting, dialogue, events, etc. So, whatever option you choose, or if you have a different idea, if you want to run something by me, whatever questions you have for me about this project, feel free to email me at any time. You can text me through Remind. You can text me through my Google Voice phone number. That's on our class website. Whatever questions you have, I want to be able to answer. But you need to choose one of these formats or ask me about a different format, an idea that you have. And the main thing that you're focused on is this idea of rewriting or retelling one of the Greek myths that we have read and bringing it into the modern world. Once you do that, you need to have a justification. Now, your justification is not overwhelming. This is just where you're explaining to me your ideas in case I don't understand it, right? If I watch your video and I'm like, but how does this convey this theme, right? This is your chance to tell me how. Tell me why. So it needs to be about 8 to 10 sentences, can always be more. Justify your ideas, your choices. Make sure you use at least one piece of textual evidence in your justification. And if you don't know how to write this, you could consider answering these questions. What does your rewrite have in common with the original? How did you change the point of view? What impact did that have on the storyline? How did you contrast two characters within your new version? How did you make the theme or moral of the original Greek myth relevant in today's world? Now, I'm going to pause for a second. This is a lot to take in. If we were in class in person, you would have time to ask me your questions on the spot. If you have a question, I want you to write it down or type it out. Think about it for a little bit. Send it to me if you need to. To recap one more time, you are rewriting or retelling one of the Greek myths that we read. In your rewrite, you are bringing it into the modern world of today. And to go back to our standard and learning targets, you need to make sure that you think a lot about the point of view, how you are telling the story, how you're developing the narrator, and how you are contrasting your main character with other characters. Make sure you're intentional in how you do that. Read over what this says about the task. I'm going to have this document for you in our Google Classroom. And if you have any questions about this assignment while you're working or about the format, reach out to me through email. I will be there to answer your questions. Now, we're jumping into the next part of this video. We are almost done. Google Meet. This is completely optional. This is not required. This is not a grade. If you would like to chat with me on a video, we are going to meet on Monday, this Monday, from 2 to 3. Now, some of you may have been working on other classes on Monday, and maybe you saw this video a little too late. If so, that's okay. We may end up having another one later in the week. I'll keep you updated. But on Monday, check the stream shortly before 2 o'clock for info on how to join the Google Meet. Again, this is optional. I just miss you guys. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. So if you want to join, make sure you mute your mic when you join. Come prepared with a question to type in the chat box so that I can answer it. And again, this is just for me to keep in touch, say hi. We're meeting from 2 to 3. That does not mean you need to be in this video for the entire hour. The suggested timeline that I have is for third period to be on from 2 to 2:20, fourth period 2:20 to 2:40, eighth period 2:40 to 3 o'clock. Now, if you forget and it's 2:20 and you're in period 3, you can still join late. That's fine. This is not exact. This is not required. It's just optional. If you've never done Google Meet before, the way you're going to get to it is in your Google Apps, you're going to click on these 9 squares, and then you're going to click on this Meet icon. Now, when you get into the Meet icon, you are going to need to have a code to join. That code is going to be in our Google Classroom on the stream page. That's the home page. So if you go to our Google Classroom on Monday before 2 o'clock, you'll see information on how to join. You'll find that code. Then you'll go to Google Meet and you'll type in that code and you should be able to join at 2 o'clock. Okay? Again, optional. Last thing is that you need to make sure that you complete your attendance, and to prove that you watched this video, please answer this prompt under the comment section in the attendance post. So take the title of a movie and replace one word with toilet paper. Make me laugh. Talk to you soon. Bye.